clearly love their training. And that's one of the things that Shion wanted to make sure of, that somebody doesn't go get their black belt test just as a trophy to put on their mantelpiece. He doesn't want somebody to get a black belt just because they can put it on their resume. A little kid can get their black belt, put it on their college application. He wants somebody to get a black belt because they love training. Because martial arts is a very big part of their life, right? When you write a Venn diagram about somebody's life, martial arts is a big, big piece of it. And that's really cool for me because I love this. And so if somebody's walking around with a black belt in my school, I want to know that that's a person that's heavily invested in what we do. Charlie and Frank are definitely that. For any of you guys who train with either one of them, you know what great training partners they are, how consistent they are in their training. And Sunday morning, I drove up to headquarters. They tested at 9 o'clock in the morning, so it was a nice early morning. And I couldn't have been prouder. Charlie, some of you guys know he pulled a muscle in his leg a couple weeks ago. And he got thrown into a group. There were 3 guys in his group. They were round robining for 5 2-minute rounds of sparring. One kid was 17, right? Charlie's in his 40s. That was kind of tough. And the other guy had already passed his sparring. Was there only to help the other 2 guys get a good test. And so he kind of had the deck stacked against him, but man, he fought unbelievable. Great heart. His offense looked off the hook. And grappling, the same thing. Looked really, really good. Frank, it was unbelievable to watch. Like, just, I don't know if he got hit. I don't know. Did you get hit once in 10 minutes? One time. He was so much more relaxed and calm than I could possibly imagine someone being at a black belt test. I still remember my first black belt test and my second black belt test. It took me 2 times to pass. And how nervous I was the whole time. And I was watching Frank. And I guess the best way to point it out is in grappling. Had to grapple a black belt one round. And the guy was bigger than him, which is hard to imagine, but he was. And the guy got side mount on him. Frank didn't really make a mistake. They were in a scramble. The guy did something good, got side mount. And for those of you guys who've ever grappled, the guy wasn't trying to advance his position and wasn't trying to submit him. So what can you do if someone just wants to sit on top of you and they're bigger than you? What can you do? Very little you can do. You guys understand that? There's very little you can do. Go ahead, Julie. You kind of just got to play it out. But when you're at your black belt test and you know there's 5 senior instructors sitting at a front panel judging you, how easy is it going to be for you to sit there for 2 minutes waiting for the other guy to make a mistake? Think about that. And Frank did. I was sitting there looking at him and I'm like, don't do anything, don't do anything, don't do anything, don't do anything. And he did it for 2 minutes straight, just sat there. As soon as the guy tried to move, Frank was out. Swept him, got on top, dominated the rest of the round. And that was kind of a microcosm of what he did for the whole fight, for the whole test. In his fighting, as soon as he realized that he clearly outclassed the 2 guys he was fighting, he was really cool to him. Didn't hurt either one of them. Could have gone crazy. It's his test. I want to prove how good I am. But just unbelievable exactly what the definition of a black belt is. He's been training with me now for 5 years. Started his training, got all the way to brown belt with Shion Gashow down in Philly. And when that school closed, has been coming up here, lives in Northeast, drives all the way up here 2-3 days a week, has been going to other schools to train. I mean, just really embodies what we want a Tiger Schulman's black belt to be. So, very proud. Frank, get up here. Come right in front of me, bud. I have one of these with your name on it. So. Take one step back. Woo, step back. Come on over here. 2 years it's been since we've had a black belt in our school, so extremely proud to promote Frank. Everyone give him a big Woo Senpai.